You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your bold and the beautiful episode info for Friday, August 18th, 2023. We are going to pick back up at Beth's birthday party. And of course, on Thursday, there was kind of this shift between Hope and Liam that sort of typified his waffling. He's bonding with Beth, which kind of had Hope looking at him a little more softly because, you know, she's been upset at him. He's been more upset at her. But also, you know, everybody is up their butts about the split because of having a kid. Mind you, Katie split with a kid, which she mentioned, but she still did it and she's stuck to her guns about it. Brooke and Rdige are repeat divorcees who keep splitting up despite having a kid. And for that token, Rdige has left Taylor several times, and they had 3 kids together. Of course, one passed away, and now they have 2 kids. And I don't think they thought for 2 seconds about their kids. They were thinking about who they wanted to bang. And Rdige, it is none of his business. This man-child knows nothing about relationships. I will say, from the perspective of a child whose parents have gotten divorced, maybe some perspective, but I think we can all agree that when people are unhappy together, staying married for the kids is only going to make everybody miserable in the end, including the kids. All right. So that's where we're at going into Friday, August 18th on Bold and the Beautiful. There are some big things happening, things that I personally am not very happy about. And I'm so interested in seeing y'all's comments to see what you think about these spoilers. So if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our B&B spoilers and updates. So one curious spoiler on Friday is that Hope Logan stands her ground courageously. And that spoiler was actually undated. And so I feel like, well, first of all, I feel like it's a poorly written, overstated spoiler, because what I have noticed, and I've noticed this across all 4 of the soaps, Days, GH, YR, and Bold, we know there's still a writer's strike on, and this is something maybe we don't think about, but, you know, the writers write the scripts. There's breakdown writers that write the narrative, which is like Hope walks into the room, Hope sees Liam. And then there's script writers that write the dialogue. And then there are other writers who write the spoilers that are released officially by the network. But those writers are all on strike, including the ones who write the spoilers. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, the spoilers have been weird, either generally overly dramatic. And when the scenes roll around, it's like, what? I was expecting a fight and it's like this. And so it's kind of frustrating. And so this Hope stands her ground. I am including it in this discussion only because according to the nature of the spoiler, it sounds more dramatic. It doesn't seem like what happened on Thursday. I actually don't know if it's going to even happen on Friday. I feel like the spoilers that are being released are wildly overblown right now, and I think it's because the writer's strike. So I'm just going to kind of disregard that one in a way. But this one is big. Liam and Hope have a big talk about the state of their broken marriage. He's concerned about the effect of divorce on their daughter, Beth. So there's another spoiler for Friday that is another big letdown, and that was Liam admits something unexpected. And at this point, since he's pretty much, I think, only talking to Hope on Friday, it has to be something he admits to Hope. He's not going to tell her about the 2 kisses and the attempt of the 3rd kiss. He is not going to confess the lies that he's been telling, and he's not going to tell her that he has told several people that he should never have left Steffi. It was the biggest mistake of his life, which to me is tantamount to him saying that he regrets being with Hope. And then by regretting being with Hope, when you take that and do some conjecture, that means he regrets the circumstances that led up to Beth's conception. When you say these kind of things about your current wife, even if you're estranged and that the other woman is the love of your life, it's tacky and it's heartless. And he's not even saying it to her face. And people that know he has said these things, including Rdige and Brooke, are still not being honest with Hope about where Liam's head is at. Instead, they're saying, oh, you guys should really think about this because of the kids. when they know he wants to be with Steffi. Even if Steffi and Liam stay together, if Steffi and Finn stay together, the things that Liam is saying about Steffi are a horrible betrayal to Hope. And no one is giving her the 411 on this. So instead, what he's going to admit is that he never filed the divorce papers. And I just have to ask, are the new writers asleep at the wheel? Do they not watch what's airing on Bold and the Beautiful, or are they completely ignorant of how divorce works? I'm trying to guess which one it is, because remember, it was Hope Logan that had those legal papers drafted. That means she is the plaintiff in the case, also called the petitioner. That puts Liam in the role of the defendant or respondent. And he signed the papers at her little cabin, and he left them with Hope because she was the one who had them drawn up. Her lawyer, or Hope herself, would be the one to file those divorce papers. Legally, Liam cannot file them. The defendant cannot file a divorce case. They file an answer to the divorce case. If any of y'all have been divorced, you know how this works, right? And all he can do is file a response to her divorce petition, or he doesn't even file a response if it's, everything's fine with her petition and he just shows up in court, or his lawyer shows up and it's done. And he didn't even have the papers to file. He left them with her. This is such BS. It's so horribly written, and I'm so upset to watch this unfold. With their papers not filed, Liam tells her, I didn't file them. Well, duh, because he couldn't. And he's worrying that it will make the news and impact Beth. Where was Liam's concern for Beth when he was visiting Steffi in her nightie and trying to kiss her and telling her he loves her? Where was Liam's concern for Beth when he was telling anyone who would listen, once he got over the hump of denying and lying, that he loves Steffi and wants to be with her and thinks she's the love of his life? Wyatt knows, Rich knows, Steffi, even Brooke knows, and not any one of them respects Hope enough to tell her what has changed, how he has pivoted. This was the whole fear that she had, that she said led her to Thomas, and it has completely manifested. She's in the dark and no one is telling her. It is cruel as far as I'm concerned. And they're all kind of pressuring her to stick with Liam. And now Liam, who only wants Steffi, wants to tap the brakes on the legal documents to protect Beth. No one is protecting Hope. No one. That's the way I feel. Only one person is, and that's Thomas. And everything is about to change with them because of this conversation. We're going to talk about Liam and Hope and Thomas in 1 second. But if you have not, please reach down, click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our Bold and the Beautiful updates. And if you're enjoying this, please click a thumbs up. Drop your comments on what you're excited to see about this episode, or after you watch it, come back and tell me what you thought about it. So Liam at the party was reminding her of Thomas's lies about Beth. Granted, that's factual. But I will tell you this, if you are a Thomas and Hope fan, prepare for epic disappointment starting, I think, maybe towards the end of Friday's show, if not early next week. Based on leaked spoiler pics, she's in the same blue dress, the same outfit that she was at the party. She goes to see Thomas and have a serious chat, and it is not going to go the way that Thope fans want. Brace yourselves. Thanks for listening. Drop your comments. Come back soon for more on Bold.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.